So this is a kind of a first stream. Not sure how this is gonna go yet. But yeah, I see there's one person watching. Welcome. This is basically mostly going to be me updating the story guide for Honkai Impact 3rd. And it's a High Elysian Empire. And of course, if you have any questions, suggestions, or anything of the like, you can share them. I'll try to engage with chat whenever something pops up. I kind of forgot to pop up the chat separately so I can actually see it, so I'm gonna do that now. I'm not expecting a huge turn up for this, especially since it's the first time. Mostly just trying things out, seeing how this goes. Hi Sayin, welcome. Is the mic setup good? Do you guys hear me properly? Because do be honest, if it's if it's bad, then I'll know I need to change something about it. I made a list of the edits I need to do to the guide, especially with the new good, sound good, alright. Especially with the new Elysian Realm changes. I was just taken aback for a moment because I posted the list on Reddit a while back, and I also posted a question on the Yellowstone Park subreddit to ask about a Guns Girls character called Asta, to see if she has any basis in Native American law, and it seems they aren't. Oh, like she doesn't have anything, it's probably made up, but that's not certain yet. We're still looking into it. Where did I put the list? So there's a lot of changes that need to happen to the guide. I've been working with a couple of people, and my recurring test reader pointed out a couple of changes that should be made to where the manga are put in the guide. Why am I looking at my comments? That makes no sense. Okay, so specifically the Alien Space manga and the Moon Shadow manga are in a weird position. So this manga here, I put it after the post-Honkai Odyssey, as most people experienced it then. However, it references certain events from the Durandal visual novel. So it would be better to move it to be after the visual novel, so I will be changing this. Additionally, the Moon Shadow manga, I put it all the way over here, which is pretty late in the story. It's like chapter 20. So that's not really where this should go because it's a lot older. You can't really tell from the date here, but it's one of the early manga. So it should be moved all the way back to phase 1, so previous to this phase, before the Battle of Shiksal, basically, or somewhere during it. We'll see what the best position is. I'll turn on the music soon as well. It does, what's the question? Elysian Empire? Oh, about the Durandal visual novel. I'm assuming. So the characters of Shigure Kira and Nigorath are explained more in the Durandal visual novel. So at the end of hold up, back. I'll show you what I mean. Loading. So in phase 1 you have the second eruption manga. This one. Let's open this one up. And like, big spoiler alert, by the way, for anyone who hasn't like experienced the story of Honkai Impact 3rd, but I think that's kind of a given since I'm updating the guide. There is this battle between Benares, Shub-Niggurath and Shigeru-Kira. I think it's over here somewhere. Let's see. Yeah, so this is Shub-Niggurath fighting Benares and Shigeru-Kira, and Shub-Niggurath ends up dying, and Shigeru-Kira is really badly hurt. Like, Honkai corruption, it's not really something you tend to shake off. But you don't really see what happens after this. Like, there's no clarity on what exactly happened to Shigeru-Kira. So during the Durandal visual novel, we learn that Shigeru-Kira was actually taken to another reality by a special parasite, or more symbiote, called Niggurath. So Shub-Niggurath had this thing where she like died a lot, sort of, and Shub-Niggurath kept repairing her body and bringing her back. Niggurath kept repairing her body and bringing her back. Now, like, here the situation was pretty severe, and the symbiote let go of Shub and latched onto Shigeru-Kira instead. Then later on, we learned that Niggurath started to develop into a proper sugar, so it's one of the sugars. They start as like a weird symbiote creature, then they become this little buff ball. And after that, in the Alien Space manga, near the end of the manga, I need to go to phase 2. Here, phase 2. Post Honkai Odyssey, Alien Space. Alright. So at the end of the Alien Space manga, when Welt and the Void Archives are being picked up, they are being picked up by Shigeru-Kira and Niggurath. Now, unfortunately for Shub, this is not Shub-Niggurath, it's just Niggurath taking her form. So sorry for the Shub fans. You can see that, you can tell the difference because of the hair color, and of course the dialogue. And we don't really know what happens to them after this, so they have a decent chance of appearing in Star Rail as well, since they're kind of present when Welt and Void Archives are kind of making plans for their travel between worlds. So there's some hopes. Maybe we'll get Shigeru-Kira and Niggurath in a future story. But for now, it just mostly means that if you want people to not get really confused when these two suddenly show up, you need to get the visual novel first. So that's one of the things we're going to be doing today, is moving the Alien Space manga back a bit. Here we go, planned updates. I should have listed this offline. Okay, so here's the list of things we're going to do. Oh. Yeah, Elysian Empire, that's what I meant. So a list of the things we need to change about the guide. We're gonna add Elysian Realm Chapter 3. I only finished it yesterday. I actually haven't been able to finish all the dialogues from the previous chapters since they changed it. We're going to overhaul the Elysian Realm descriptions and the images so that it reflects the changes they did to the previous chapters. We're gonna add some of the videos that I've skipped or that haven't been added to the guide yet. We're going to look for a proper recording of the Arahato event and add it into the guide as well. We're going to check where we should put the Empyrean Legends event and the Dea Ankara event. Dea Ankara, if I'm not mistaken, is largely a recap of the Durandal visual novel, but focuses a bit more on what the current Valkyries think of Durandal. I haven't been able to watch the full recording yet. Then the 2016 New Year's special of the manga. A lot of people don't know about this one. We're going to go through it on this stream, and we're going to find a good spot for it. It's an old manga. I'm not sure if it has any consistency with the rest of the story, so we're going to give that a proper look. Then the Sakura arc and Gratitude arc. Recently learned a lot of info about like the release dates and stuff surrounding that, and it warrants an extra check on whether the descriptions should be changed. Same goes for the Sakura Remembrance. That's some of the early manga chapters as well, specifically the ones with the simulation of Colin's execution, and the one where Yae Sakura saves Teresa from the Thorn pseudo-Herrscher. Then we're also going to add in a little bit of a branch off the Star Rail. I plan to make a guide for Star Rail as it comes out, so we're going to link to what's going to be the page for that, and include the trailers. And the translation of the Seven Swords visual novel. So I checked out a YouTube version which was pretty bad. However, someone sent me another YouTube version which looks to be a lot better. I do still need to read through it, so we're not going to add that to the guide today. I'm going to read through it with my test reader, and we are going to check, is this a pleasant read? Is this good enough to add to the guide? And if it is, and I think it will be, we're going to add it to the guide, roughly in the spot where the visual novel is now. And I think that's most of it. So we're going to start with the most important part, of course, and that is the Elysian Realm. Is there anything in particular I should take into account with the Elysian Realm that I might skip over, I wonder? So phase 3. So currently this is Act 1, Act 2. So after Post-Hunger Odyssey, we're going to add Act 3 with the new Elysian Realm chapter, which is long. It's a long chapter. I spent a lot of time getting through that. But also Act 1 has the first 2 chapters of Elysian Realm, and there are of course some changes that have been made to the overall structure of the game mode. So we are going to change the images and the descriptions to reflect that. I'm going to open the game, and I'm going to put it in windowed mode so that I can screen share it to you guys as well when I'm looking at the game screens. Quick question, who's your favorite flame chaser?
Captain on bridge.
Okay, let's turn off the sounds for the Honkai Impact game. I will be putting it on windowed mode so you can all see what I'm doing. A little bit smaller. This should work. Alright. Then we go into Elysian Realm. Alright, and now all I need to do is add another window capture. So, window capture, right, and it immediately knew which one I wanted to do. Yeah, so you guys can see this now. Well, the main reason we need to be here in this screen is just to get these chapter screens. So unfortunately I couldn't 100% all of these in time, since I completed these two chapters before the change, but the percentage isn't really the main part. It's the image that's most important to the guide users. So we're gonna go with this. Now we're going to edit this page. Of course I do need to make sure you can see. Where should I put this? This? Yeah, this seems good. Alright. Here we go. Alright. So this image we're going to replace with the new chapter 1 image. Right center. Alright. Elysian Realm chapter 1 has its own story of the shenanigans. So this isn't true anymore. It's a lot more straightforward now, thankfully. Elysian Realm has its own story order shenanigans. So before the change, I'm not sure if everybody here has a I'm not sure if everybody here has played Elysian Realm before they made the change. But before they made the change, you actually had no kind of guide in the game onto how you do the story. You had to go to the top right mission tab, and then it just kind of said, oh, now you need to unlock this, or not, now you need to go there. But you don't always really know what it entails, so you'd just do 10 runs of the game and suddenly it unlocks. Now it's a lot more straightforward with the progress tree. So we can just remove this paragraph. Do not skip the recollections. Yeah, so we're going to change this text a little bit. We're going to add the instruction to definitely unlock everything in the remembrance vessel as soon as it becomes available, because it's intertwined with the story and such. So the remembrance vessel contains story essential information. Do make sure to unlock as much of it as possible whenever you can. It will stop you from upgrading the vessels whenever you are required to progress the main chapter. Alright, so the remembrance vessel contains story essential information. Do make sure to unlock as much of it as possible whenever you can. It will stop you from upgrading the vessels whenever you are required to progress the main chapter. So in essence, like these things, it's kind of sad seeing them maxed out. It's like, oh no, now I no longer get new story. But that aside for a moment. So sometimes it kind of stops you from progressing. I do like that, because otherwise like things would desync a lot. I've actually heard that the Mobius dialogues they added to chapter 1 don't really make a lot of sense, because May hasn't met Mobius yet. I'm not sure if that's like the case. Maybe someone here knows. Now we're going to go to chapter 2, and of course we are going to use the image for chapter 2. Here we go. Oh, select first. Chapter. Go. Center. So the story order shenanigans line can go as well, and we're just going to copy this line because the setup is basically the same. Should add another part to the explanation. Man, Elysian Realm requires a lot of knowledge about how it works. I've seen a lot of people get really confused about it. So here we go. So additional dialogues will play each time you complete a run of at least 5 floors. These dialogues count towards story progress, chapter progress, we can call it chapter progress. It is advised to unlock all the dialogues before moving on to the next chapter. There we go. So this is a lot of text. I'm not sure if there's a good way we can shorten this. For now this will have to do. Yeah, there's not much we can do because this is all essential information. Oh, what was it you said? Someone found a way to implement 7 swords VN in VN format. Are you talking about something new, or are you talking about the project that has currently stagnated? Because when the Anti-Entropy and Durandal visual novel, when their translations were completed, the Seven Swords visual novel was also given some attention, and a group started working on it, but that group has currently stagnated, it seems. Something new. Oh, right. Are you perchance on the Hoyostan's Discord? If you happen to be, do send me a link. And if you are not, maybe short links. I think short links can be sent in live chat as well. Oh, nice. Oh, so you've been working on the translations. I think we can still shorten this text, so let's see if we can change this a bit. Yeah, so if you have any interesting links or information regarding, like, maybe a keyword I can use in Google to find that version of the Seven Swords VN, you're definitely welcome to send it, as well as your translation. All of that stuff is welcome for the guide for sure. Never used this function before, but or at least I don't think I have. I don't know. Let's see. Completing a run of at least 5 floors, new dialog unlocks. The main chapter into a series of tasks. After completing a run of at least 5 floors, new dialog unlocks. Remembrance vessels are upgraded with a currency. Always upgrade as many always upgrade them ASAP. They are story essential. Always read the recollection logs as soon as they unlock. They contain essential plot information and are purposely revealed in a certain order. Try to reach 100% chapter completion. It counts towards completion. Try to reach 100% chapter completion and max out your remembrance vessels as far as you can before moving. There we go. I'm going to bolden this. No, that's not working. So I kind of want to make this a little bit easier to read. Versus numbering, no. Not much we can do here. Maybe make it bigger. Oh, let's see what you said in chat, because something new from Abyss Lab. Abyss Lab, let me Abyss Lab. I take it it's not this. Abyss Lab 7 swords. 7 swords Abyss Lab. I take it has another one of those. No, it doesn't. Chapters. So I think it has something that needs to be changed before the English text appears, or is that just because it's still work in progress that it's not appearing yet? This is definitely really nice though. I really like the look of this. Alright. Can we increase the size on these? Like this. Come to think of it, like I think the only people who know Hoyodex is live right now are the people who saw the message like a day ago or saw a notification for it. Because I didn't send out a new message to tell people like, oh yeah, we're live. So that's a thing to keep in mind for next time, I suppose. Let's copy this block here. So, hello, thingy, here, thingy. Is this not one block? List, Control C, and take the whole block. Let's see. No, it did not. Oh right, man, it's been like a little but over a week since I've worked with WordPress, and I've already forgotten like how it works. Here we go. Remove paragraph. Remove paragraph. And remove paragraph. So that's chapter 2 done. Chapter 1 done. Size. All right. Should I change anything in between here regarding the... I don't think I need to change anything else. Just some of the basic descriptions on how it works. Prologue animatic. Yeah. Still haven't found one of these yet. Chinese version of the concept trailer. It used to be online, but it was removed because someone kept attacking channels that did CN re-uploads, even though the attacker didn't have the rights to those uploads. It's a bit weird. And then we're going to, so we're going to add a new act. We're going to copy this, or rather, so we're going to need the space as well. So Control C, let's go down, and after this one, space here, insert after, fine. Okay. Let this command go down. Oh. Yeah, this is in the wrong spot. I'm going to copy, delete. You need to get after this block. Insert after. Here we go. This is what it's supposed to be. Now, Elysian Realm Chapter 3. Let's go to the wallpaper website to get some good art that reflects the chapter. I think this one should be good. Copy image. And we are going to need to find my project files, which is, they're very, very disorganized. I'm very, very disorganized, but that's just, yeah, that happens. I need my act, the act file. Here we go. Is it opening? Yeah. Let's put this here. shrink this a bit. Now, what do you guys think would be a good name for the, like a good title for the act? So it's mainly contains the Elysian Realm chapter because it's a long chapter. I suppose the next chapter of the main story is also going to be part of this act, since we ended on a cliffhanger this time. So we might end up changing the art and the name of the act when the new chapter is out. Save this as Act 3, Phase 3. Yeah. And then we're going to get back to this thing here. Oh yeah, right. Do you guys want to hear some music, or is that just going to make the talking harder to listen to? Oh. That was not my intent. Hello? Did I crush it? No. Alright. Replace, select media. Here we go. There we go. And of course the actual wallpaper, we're going to use that as well. Let's save the image. Slowly it's loading. In Discord general. Alright, Abyss Lab. Thank you for sending this link. It's hosting the other ones as well. Oh, that's nice. So we can update those. Is it the same translation as previously? Durandal Beta, is that... Oh, I didn't notice the titles had also been redrawn. That's nice. Like, does it use the same translations as previously? And is there any relation to... yeah, there's probably no relation to Sakron's Durandal rework, basically, in Ren'Py, rebuild. Save. So thanks for sending this. I'll definitely check this out, and then we can update the story guide accordingly as well. That's definitely going to be an upgrade. Okay, so the intent to type people into the history of the previous era. right. And then we are going to basically copy the earlier pieces. So, chapter 2, here we go. Chat hasn't updated in a while. I'm not sure if it's because no one's saying anything or because of YouTube. So do let me know if it's working or not. I'm actually glad there's 3 people watching. I was kind of scared it was just going to be me. Here we go, chapter 3. So I'm going to, of course, replace this image when the update hits, so that the open access thing isn't here anymore. Full size. Yep. This is all the same. All right. Now we're gonna go have a look at the official YouTube channel. Honkai Impact 3. Right. So what have we got here? Because there's been a lot going on lately. Some new trailers I might have missed. So the last thing I added was, I think, the Auto Apocalypse Chronicles. Okay, post Honkai Odyssey gameplay. Oh yeah, right. Trailers, Platinus Equinox, Winter Memories, Auto Apocalypse Chronicles. Okay. So the stuff we want to add now is Spina Astera. Oh, that's tutorial video. That's not really what we need. Tutorial videos don't really go into the guide. Anniversary look back trailer. Sure, we can add that as a recap. Honkai Carnival. I do want to add all the carnivals eventually, but that's not for now. Especially since there's more than just this to add. Like I believe the Terry Apocalypse is also working current time 7:55 CST. Yeah, time zones. Time zones can be a bit annoying sometimes. For me it's nearing 3 p.m. right now. I picked a time when I could properly invest some time into the work. Because if I start too late, I'm gonna be like mega tired before I even start. Elf Academy. Character preview. Oh yeah, right. The Japanese dub for the Elf Academy is complete, so we can add that in as well. Appear and Lounge, we don't need that. Illusion Reverie, that's definitely one we need. Concept trailer, Into the Deep, yeah. I suppose this one is locked to Japanese again. Yeah, that's locked to Japanese. Tutorial. Oh yeah, the special Battlesuit trailer. What's this one? I'm not sure I saw this one.
"没想到是我吧？我也没想到，真是可笑。要不是因为那个女人一直在我耳边念念叨叨，还说什么‘哎呀，千劫，你该不会是害羞吧？’我像是那样的人吗？过来，来访者，正是我。你不是想知道接下来会发生什么吗？听好了，别逼我说第2遍。从5.6版本开始， 往事乐土将启用全新开放式
I
大
see
厅，
it's about the
来
actual
访者可以
changes
在
they
大厅
made.
内自由走动，与不同的音节对话，了解更多剧情内容。当然，就像你知道的那样，最好别和千姐搭话。我也没心情和你废话。快速出击调整为3种独立模式：音节试炼、浅层序列和深层序列。浅层序列类似更新前的序列安全到序列危险的挑战。新版本中删除了序列真实难度和角色试炼任务，将新的序列危险难度手通奖励上调为200水晶。深层序列中不再设有难度因子，改为7种可选的难度系数。敌人啥变好？通过越高难度的挑战，获得的奖励积分也越高。积分取单次挑战的最高分，在单次挑战中累计达到积分要求，就可以获得对应奖励。
Yeah, so goes over these details. Yeah. So
制约者的双手已然
we
悬
are
于
going
终极
to
的
add
无
this
非
as a
之上，
bonus extra and add a little
来访者
explanation for
去叩
why
响
it
那
exists.
最后的门扉，去探寻
The
那
3-year Sakura manga, as it's referenced in Kiana's bio in Saint Fair. So yeah, about the 3-year Sakura manga, we've actually made a page for that on the Hoyodex. I'm gonna go there right now. Hoyodex, there we go. And there's definitely something worth noting about the 3-year Sakura manga. So this is a Guns Girls manga. I think it's actually the second manga that isn't like a comedy manga that Mihoyo did. The first one being a Halloween special centered around Bronya, and the first appearance of Hokoria. And the 3-year Sakura came out before Sakura X. So what's a bit complicated about that is after the 3-year Sakura manga, which was by all intents and purposes a one-shot, they announced the EX series of Guns Girls manga. And they intended to do several in the EX series, but then after the first one, like after the Sakura arc, they immediately cancelled that and went with Honkai Impact 3rd instead. So back in 2015 that was, they started doing Escape from Nagazora, and in the early manga of Honkai Impact 3rd and even some of the later ones, they reference the Sakura EX manga as a part of that continuity. It's a bit questionable even if it's meant to be a part of the original Guns Girls continuity, since it heavily contradicts the world boss information of Yai Sakura in that game. So it's a bit of a weird situation. Now, about 3-year Sakura itself, near the end of the manga, I'll pull it up real quick. Hoyodex, Mihoyo. So, first of all, don't pay too much mind to the actual translations. They're not very solid. But in this manga, near the end, Kiana kills Miyuki. And Miyuki dies. Now, as this happens, they are outside. So they are outside the school, basically. And Kiana uses a gun. Like, she straight up shoots her in the head. You don't see the injury because, well, they're not that cruel. But she dies outside in the sakura blossoms. And then later we flash forward. Now, if you look at the Escape from Nagazora description, Escape from Nagazora, It's not Escape from Nagazora, sorry. It is technically Escape from Nagazora, but they changed the ordering and the titles for global. So it would be St. Freya High candidates. Yeah, it's in here somewhere. So in the Chinese version, this is considered the same manga as Escape from Nagazora. Here, Kiana's bio. So, involved in the case of missing students in Chiba Academy on the day of enrollment, found together with a dead female student on the same night at 1934 hours. Oh! Looks like I'm going to have to change the description on the wiki. Because for some reason I was completely convinced that it said she was found in a room together, but she's just found together. Now, it is really, really weird that she was determined to be acting in self-defense when she had a bloody pistol on her when fighting against an unarmed Miyuki. But we'll shove that aside for now. So I guess the 3 Sakura manga could be included. It's a bit... yeah, I think I'd have to include it as a yellow block. Because it's a bit more questionable. Especially considering... well, this is still fairly consistent with what we see in Honkai Impact 3rd, so I suppose it works. I'll just quickly change the description here because it does not add up. So I'm gonna give it all another proper read to see if it's worth considering like 3 Sakura as a Honkai Impact 3rd manga or not, because it's a bit of a complicated subject. Let's see if nothing needs to change here. Okay, so just for clarity's sake, for the people who don't who might have heard about this character, some people call her the Hersher of Lust. That's not true. She was never a Hersher, and there's no such thing as a Hersher of Lust. It does not exist within the canon of neither Honkai Impact 3rd or of Guns Girls. She was just corrupted by Honkai and kind of a creep. That's it. There's a whole bunch of other things, like the villains wiki page for her is full of issues, so don't pay too much attention to that one. But let us continue work on the guide here. So where were we at? Right. Let's start by adding in the trailers. The concept trailer is not considered as a trailer but as an animation. So we're going to do that using the same format as the first chapter. So if you look here, you've got the Elysian Realm teaser, and you've got the gameplay trailers. We're going to copy these 2 blocks and add them to the back here. Alright, before the chapter starts, paste. Scroll down back a bit. So we ended up on Equinox Gates, Global Program, Exhibition, Equinox Crusade, Durandal, Apocalypse, Look Back Trailer, Tutorial, Battlesuit. I think we should add stuff like this to the guide eventually as well, but I want to be complete and add all of them when we can. Or maybe we should add them separately. I'm not really sure about that yet. Frank's Kiana's personality change interesting. We also see in Lament of the Fallen. Yeah, that's also a little thing about if you look at the 3 Year Sakura manga, the tone of like how it comes across when you read it is so much different depending on how well you know Kiana. If you know nothing about Kiana and you read that manga, it sounds like one of those 1940s condemnation of gay people, where it's like, oh, this character is gay and now she's kidnapping people to rape them. And it's like, no, that's not really... Well, that is what she does, but the protagonist kind of contrasts that, so it doesn't suit that particular lens. So I do think that's quite interesting, that how much Kiana's inclusion changes that story. Where were we? Right. Yeah, the concept trailer, copy the actress. We're going to put it here into the deep. Now, a quick question. Does the Chinese version exist on YouTube? New concept PV into the deep. Let's see. Billy, that's a good sign.
你的颜色。英雄有英雄的活法，凡人。
Alrighty. Duplicate. Hello. Okay, this thing is kind of freaking out here, so duplicate. Alright. There we go. CN version. Duplicate. JB version. Update. Religion Realm Chapter 3. Great. While we're at it, let's see if the original concept trailer has been re-uploaded with Chinese voices as well. 5.0 CN, that's a good sign.
欢迎，高洁而纯真的灵魂。
No captions.
你为探寻过。
That's unfortunate. With sub.
欢迎，高洁而纯真的灵魂。你为探寻过去而来，但真相的基石早已被旧日的尘土掩埋。
厮杀本就没有任何意义，但他们的死不能没有意义。
Alright. I am really happy we can update that. It is something I feel like it's always sorely missing on the channel whenever they release the Japanese version but not the Chinese version. Duplicate. It's even worse with Genshin, like I'm always a little bit sad that the English version is the only version they upload, especially considering like there is actually a channel on YouTube that has the Chinese dubbing for Genshin, and I think the same is true for Star Rail as well. Like they have the Chinese dubbing uploaded on YouTube, but they don't add the subtitles, even though the subtitles are present on the English version. It's like, come on guys, you're so close, so close to perfection. Trailer. Right, the trailers. Vision Reverie was released before, right? And this is also always.
同行者が1人増えても君は気にしないよね。
I wish they just kind of like went for all languages whenever they can, but they don't always do that. Where were we? Right. Here somewhere. Vision Reverie. Lounge. Calico. Yeah, this one. This. Move. Move. Right. What's the timing on this? So Edition Reverie comes out after. Good. Let's put this after then. Playlist. I take it this is Japanese again. Yep. Oh! Damn you, WordPress, and your strange behaviors. Here we go. Don't need a description on that one. Alright, what else is there over here? Right, Pardophilis Classroom. Let's see what this is.
"各路亲朋好友，你们好啊！我呢，就是你们的老师，帕朵菲利斯。"
Okay, so for those people who don't know, this cat has the same voice actress as Klee and Teresa.
嘘，罐头，严肃一点，咱们这可是在上课呢。既然大家能赏脸来到这里，那帕朵老师自然不会让各位空手而归。只要你们好好听课，什么生存妙招、生财之道啊，帕朵老师都会毫无保留地教给大家。不仅如此，本节课还会首次揭露罐头叫声表达的含义。什么味儿啊？这是，罐头，你又在偷吃金枪鱼了！别都吃光，给我留点儿！算了，实在是抢不过他。反正罐头吃了，4舍5入也就约等于我吃了，问题不大。以前还在街上混的时候，哪能天天都吃饱饭呀？所以这时候帕朵老师就要教大家一个生存小妙招，那就是时刻记着多囤点罐头。什么罐头？这还用问？当然是吃的罐头啦，尤其是金枪鱼罐头，那是不可多得的美味。你看，罐头也是这么认为的。 这可都是基础知识，记好了就能保证平安无事。当然啦，有些时候为了生存，我们也不得不做一些更冒险的事。现在想想，也真是多亏了罐头，每次进货的时候才能那么顺利。如果你以后也想和他一起行动的话，那么至少也得明白他想表达的意思。比如说，来，罐头，配合我一下，给大家示范一个。这句话的意思是，嘿，一切正常，行动继续。危险临近，小心注意。万事大吉，准备开溜。阳光正好，睡个午觉。天天午睡，精神百倍。果然，人就应该多睡午觉。咱们刚才说到哪儿了？哦，对，我想起来了。如果天气太热，罐头的行动力就会变差很多。那么这时该怎么办呢？猜对了，这种时候我一般都会带着罐头去找凯文老大，聊些工作上的事情。哎呀，凯文老大，他的身边那可真是凉爽宜人呀。总之，天气热了也别慌，找个凉快的地方休息一会儿就好啦。只要温度降下来了，罐头它也很快就能恢复活力了。该说的也都已经说得差不多了，怎么样？是不是感觉收获满满呀？虽然不是全部，但现在我相信大家一定也已经能简单听懂几句罐头的话了。至于为什么要叫它罐头，可能是因为比较好吃。我开玩笑的啦。好啦，那帕朵老师的小课堂就到这里结束了。各位，我们有缘再……不对，等等，退场之前还请各位先把咱这堂课的费用给结了，一共是……罐头，你说啥？已经答应了艾丽姐要免费来给大家上这堂课，所以不能收钱。不对呀，我怎么没听说？喂，等等，罐头，你给我回来！各位，我们有缘再见啦。
All right. So that counts as an animation. Let's stick with the color scheme. Copy this piece. Right. Hold up. This is supposed to go after the chapter. Because you kind of meet Partophilis during the chapter, mostly. Maybe I should move this one as well, yeah. Yeah, that'll make more sense. We meet Partophilis during the chapter. So it doesn't make a lot of sense to watch all these animations before the chapter, as they came out during the chapter's run. GP version. No, that's CN version. I don't think there is a JP version on this one. I do wonder, like, does anybody know the cat Khan? So the cat's voice acted by the same voice actress as Teresa. Now I'm wondering, in the Japanese version, do they just keep the Chinese voice acting, or do they actually hire another voice actor to portray the cat? That's what I'm curious about. Alright. About the update, we're going to add that as a yellow block, one of the bonus animations. Go. We're going to explain a little bit of the context. So let's remove this grid, remove this separator. Okay. YouTube. Cool. We're going to make the text white. Before chapter 3 released, the UI for Edition Realm was different. With the release of chapter 3, they gave us this animation and helped make sense of the new UI. Alright. There we go. Done. Preview of new battle suits. And then the Song of Perdition trailer. Perdition anecdotes. There's a lot of stuff that's come out recently. 8 minutes.
才觉得微光已然降下，请将身心交付于。
So I'm still on the fence on whether this should be these types of trailers should be in the guide or not. I think we'll add them eventually, but we'll add them like all at once, so from all the way back when they started making them. Oh wait, no, that's Hyperion Lounge. Here, Song of Perdition.
あなたはずっと本当の指針の書に守られた秘密を探し求めてきた第13律者の居場所、そこに行く資格を。
That's for the next batch. Right, this is the normal trailer. Let's check something all the way back at the start. This had 2 versions of trailers. One trailer. Right, okay. So the UI should fix itself when it comes to the trailers. Just need to remove this bit. Yeah. Trailers. And we copy this block. Put it after here. And we are going to add this trailer to the guide. Here we go. Song of Perdition. Alright. Perdition anecdotes. 2 minutes. Let's watch the whole thing first.
突如訪れた災いが悲劇の始まりとなったの。大地に降臨した火災の死者が全てを葬ったのよ。叫びも足跡もそして罪も。ここは果てなき海にある孤島、最後の避難所よ。外部とのつながりなんてすでに意味をなくしたの。そしてここに閉じ込められたそれぞれ違った考えを抱く13人。彼らはまだ危機が訪れていることを知らなかった。孤立した閉鎖空間はたとえ些細ないさかいであろうとも、かすかな火種を燎原の火に変えるかのように事態を最悪へと導いてしまうの。
最初の犠牲者が最後になるのかどうかは誰一人として予想できない。加速する恐怖と不安から猜疑と疑念が生まれる。自発的な審判と追放がもたらすものは決して平和なんかじゃないわ。新たな悲劇の始まりよ。絶望と恐怖がみんなを覆い、そしてついにこの窒息させるような沈黙が破られた。本当の企みが今始まろうとしているの。あら、送風機が壊れちゃったわ。もう今ちょうどいいところだったのに。
Okay, so this should count towards animation. We are at a white block. Yeah. Let's add this before the bonus. Version anecdotes, copy, paste. And let's see if it has a Chinese version. Doesn't seem like it. Right. And disciplinary perdition.
戒律は恐怖を克服し、生きる意志をあなたにくれる。私もずっとそばにいる。あなたが眉を破るその日まで。
ニア姉さん、あとどれぐらいで退院できるの？わあ、アポニア姉さんすごい！傷が痛くなくなったよ。
アポニア、あなたのおかげでまた戦場に戻れるわ。
アポニア、ありがとう。今まで世話してくれて。
アポニア、
ニア姉さん。
私は何も変えられない。誰も救えない。これは私の罪であり運命である。私は決して逃げたりしない。
Classic MiHoYo. Who doesn't love stories about dead children? My god. Every damn time. Disciplinary edition. CM.
快看，这是尼娅姐姐给我的新玩具。嘿，嘿嘿，
我也有，我也有，尼娅姐姐也送了我一个。我又能回到战场上去了。阿波尼亚，这是我的命运，我绝不会逃离。
There we go. Update. Bonya's counseling room. So I'm guessing this is a web event. It's probably not.
看你并没有恶意。
It is voiced, so I'm just going to add this. It's a long thing, so I'll watch it later, but we basically know where it's supposed to go, so copy this. Put this here. CM version. And this is Aponia's counseling room. Aponia's counseling room. There we go. Update. If it's not on the main channel, it's usually safe to assume that there is no Japanese version. Alright. I think that's all for the new stuff. Let's have a little look at the list of changes that still need to occur. So add Elysian Realm Chapter 3 done. Overhaul the Elysian Realm descriptions and images to account for the changes done. Add the videos that have come out since the last one included done. Okay, the Arahato event. So yeah, let's have a look. Arahato event. Chapter 1. Walk through. Ooh. CG. If you happen to know of a good playlist, feel free to share. We don't really need heavy gameplay inclusion, just enough to cover the story. Um, I think we can consider the pardon Hayahato event bonus. This kind of in another weird spot when it comes to like the canon, because it does sort of fit into the story, unlike the Spring Festival event or Empyrean Legends, for instance. Well, Empyrean Legends is also in a weird spot. We'll add it the same way we added the Spring Festival event, because I highly doubt that anything of it's going to truly influence the story. So to do that, I'm going to open phase 2. I should probably close the game because it's heating up the computer. And slowing down the internet. Hello. It appears that it's crashing. Not unusual for WordPress, just unpleasant. Alright, there was the recap. I should add the recap. Honkai Impact 3. Videos. Yeah, 4th anniversary look back trailer. Okay. We already have the recap is in here now.
あの炎を覚えてる。
Yes.
残り火が冷たい風の中で揺れ、薪が怪人の雨を浴びても、あの炎は消えることがなかった。夜の帳が落ちた時、炎は太陽や無数。
This kind of interesting that they started to use the theme of Honkai World Diva as the sort of main theme for the Honkai Impact 3rd story. Come to think of it, I don't think we have like another main theme in that regard. Was this before or after post Honkai Odyssey Part 2? Ooh. And let's put it after. Let's put it after post Honkai Odyssey 2. Or even before here. Yeah, let's put it here. I feel like WordPress doesn't feel like cooperating today. If you see overheating, doesn't seem to be. Alright. Oh, that's not how that's supposed to look. No, I don't want to copy the group, I want to undo an action. Thank you. insert before. Hello. Why is there no button appearing? Let's refresh. Cancel. Let's make sure we at least get this part added. So we're no longer in the group, that's good. Paste it here. Right. Remove this one. Remove this one. Okay. Then remove recap. That is the global 4th anniversary. One of my favorite videos is the look back trailer they did after chapter 17, where you actually get parts of the second eruption manga voiced. I really loved how they did that. Hearing our boy Ziggy and our boy Welt going through the second eruption. Alright, so it's been updated, now we're going to refresh. Edit page. You know what? Even better, we're going to close the darn thing. And we're going to go back to WordPress. Stance. We are going to go back to the story guide. Here we go. Story guide phase 2, phase 3. That's what we need. Chapter 1. So this person is doing all the chapters individually, but it's the gameplay. This is the story. Night K. Night K usually does good
Tommy, 魅力、
uploads.
人気、この世にあるすべてのケーキ。それを手に入れた王者、
So
祭
these-
りの王。彼が引退す。
Sometimes you actually get more parts of the events voiced when it's in Chinese. Not a lot of people know that. Because of stuff like availability for the voice actors. So let's have a look here what we actually did with the Spring Festival event, which was released around here. Captain Verse special events, right. Why is it all on the left? Let's copy. Right. Insert after. Yeah, this is also something I've been wondering about, like Is there anybody here who's played through A Post-Honkai Odyssey Chapter 2 who did not do the prologue event? Because if you did the prologue event, you have to go to the jukebox to see it. I don't know what happens if you haven't done the prologue event, like if you also need to unlock the jukebox first, or if it makes you play the prologue before you can go into A Post-Honkai Odyssey Chapter 2. So please do share if you know that, so I can adjust the text accordingly. It's not really something I can properly check because you need to be at a certain point in the story to get there. Now we're going to go back to the wallpaper website, because they have normally got something for the Arahato event. Was it this? No, this was just Post-Honkai Odyssey. They must have had something for that. I'm certain I remember them having a CG for the Arahato event. Maybe it came out a bit later. To like this stuff. This is a good one. Right? Yeah, this is a good one. Copy image. I don't know how to save it. Okay. Let's replace the image here. Select media, media library. Arahato. It's loading. Insert. Nice. And then we are going to use the same, I believe it's the same size, yep. You can see in the top left that I'm editing something. What was the title of the was something more like Project Arahato, I think. Secret Project Arahato Alpha. Alright. Secret Project Arahato. How do you type alpha? That's an image, that's not a letter. Here we go. Right. There we go. Export that. Arahato. Okay. We'll go to the page, replace it, and of course add the actual image. which is in a different folder because of course it is. Arahato. Insert. Okay. For now I am going to link this YouTube version directly. Later we will be adding it to the bonus list. Alright, this needs to be full size 50%. Wait. No! I updated it on the wrong page. No! It's actually easy to fix. Just copy this block. Put it here. And copy this block. Delete it. And paste it over this one. And here we go. Now it's in the right page. Yeah, it still has its link. Okay. Salsa ground plans. Just need to change this to Act 3. Right, we need a new title for this. What naming scheme did we use before? Apocalypse. Okay, so it's just I think for we don't know yet what's going to be in the new chapter. I don't know yet what's going to be in the new chapter. So we're going to choose a temporary name for Act 3 and we are going to change it when the new chapter is out if that is necessary. Now, what is kind of central in this version of the chapter? Here we go. That should work as a title. Yeah, there's also the thing that like in 5.8 it's confirmed they will be changing a lot of the structure of the menus in the game, and they will actually be dividing the chapters into arcs. So I'm not sure yet how that's going to look. They're also going to add links to the manga. We also don't yet know how that's going to work because the manga website is a complete mess. So we'll see if they rearrange it or not, if they add the missing manga, stuff like that. I don't think they will. But the guide will need another overhaul when we get there. Because, well, the game's going to be different. And going to look different. And people are going to need different instructions. I hope the changes to the actual story aren't going to be too extreme. They're going to trim down some stages. So we might lose some important dialogues, which would be sad. Well, it looks pretty good though, the changes they're doing. Like I don't mind them doing the changes. It's the intent. Basically, there we go. Columns 4. Replace image. Insert 3. Then with this. Yep. So this should work. That is the most important change done. So let's go over it. Add chapter 3 done, overhaul done, videos come out since the last one done, Arahato event done. We will better implement it with the bonus segment. Empyrean Legends and Dea Ancora. Right. This is going to be an annoying one. Oh, actually that is bonus stuff, so we should be doing the manga moving first. So that is in phase 2. We have Alien Space and Moon Shadow. So we are going to close phase 3 for now. Going to open up phase 1 because we are going to move Moon Shadow here back into phase 1 and to find a good spot. I think it should be in the final act. So there's 4 acts defined here. Act 1 has the first few chapters. 2. Oh yeah, right, there's a lot of stuff we need to revise here. So recently I learned that chapter 1 through 6 is the Escape from Nagazora arc in the Chinese version, and chapters 7 through 14 is the Remembrance, like Sakura Remembrance arc. You're kind of meant to have read Sakura EX previously. So whereas I put it as a flashback now, I should be moving it a bit forward. So Teresa Chronicles. Let's just swap these around. Like this. Yeah. Okay. So now you read Sakura arc first and another. Okay. You can remove this line because that's true for everything. Alright. This is correct. And is repeatedly referenced. Oh wait. It is referenced often, even word for word. So it can safely be considered to count. And we are going to change the amount of chapters you're intended to read here. So currently people read all the way up to 11. We're going to cut them off here. So they only read the first 6 chapters, then they read Hot Springs, Himoto Bronya-chan, and then they hop into chapter 3 and 4. Technically the Sakura arc came out long before anything else did. However, it's not really recommended for new players to start with the Sakura arc because it's so removed from everything else. If you start with that, like if you go from Sakura arc into Kiana's story, it's like, but what, why? It made a lot more sense when it was released because it was a world boss you'd already met. mem points. We're going to, of course, change the images that come along with it. What the hell is going on here? What? Weird. Right, okay. 2 columns. Okay. Escape from Nagasora. Name chapter 1 up to 6. Write more backstory for the world and characters. Thumbnails line up. The official. Actually, let's have a quick look at the manga station for these chapters. One, 2. So they end on this one. Wait, then what's the previous one have 4 chapters then? So 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? Oh, right, the thumbnails don't line up. Or did they actually skip a chapter? Open a new tab. One, 6. So this is odd. Is this chapter not in this version? Or are they stitched together? Alright, so if you go by these versions, you have a missing chapter. So we are not going to redirect people to those versions. We are going to stick with the anti-entropy upload. I'm just going to make a new visual reference for it. Tell people to stop after chapter 6. File. New. Okay. Right, I forgot that makes no sense. No, it's the only method. Change canvas size, right. Okay. Change canvas size again. You guys want to hear some music? I want to hear some music. Let's turn on the playlist. Any requests from Mihoyo songs? Any favorites? No? Start here. I'm gonna have to use my drawing tablet for this one because I'm really bad at using a mouse. So let's plug this baby in. Alright, here we go. Start here, and then we are going to cut off, and then yeah. Does that have enough clarity, you think, for new players? Like they know where to start and where to end? I think it should. So save. Place image media library, and we are going to add oh god, I forgot where I saved it. Where does it save stuff? Ah, nice, the guide folder, of course, the place where it should save stuff. Nagazora. Oh right, I need to actually extract it to PNG. Okay. This. My chat closed for some reason. Yeah, I can see it again. Nobody's talking, so it's not really a problem. Let's put on Soul Funeral. Sure, why not?
踊らされる幼い人形、記憶の悲鳴は聞こえない。鏡を壊し、かけらを使ってクソ虫
Do you think this
み
is
たいな
clear enough for
魂
new players to know where to
殺
start
す
and where to end?
ねえ、一体何が欲しいの？どいつもこいつもぐちゃぐちゃになっちゃった。くっさいな、君たち。雑魚みたい。バカ、全部死ねばいい。欲望が混雑する声、この切な文字。先まで燃え上がってましょう。甘い匂いを放つ。時間に飲まれた。同調すらされない不幸な少女書の枯れた手と罪と呼ばれ鏡を壊しかけらを使ってクソ虫みたいな魂殺すやばいな私知性って何夢って何愛情って何そんなの私の世界もう存在しないよそれでも私のことを好き嘘つき修正が希望を照らしたざわめくカラス見こせて
Alright, gratitude arc. So do let me know if you guys have been saying things in chat and I haven't been able to see it. Let me check here. Yeah, no, nothing's happened. Okay, that's good. I was worried there for a second that you guys have been chatting for a while and it's not showing up, but you just didn't say anything, so that's a relief. Right. So Moonshadow. Let's move it now. How do we want to put this? Should we put this before or after Calm Fantasy? Let's put it before. So let's just share this. Alright. And then we can remove Moonshadow here. Alright. This song. Where did we put this song? Here. Can now put the version with visuals there. Let's check a bit earlier. We've got the trailer set up. Song double cherry blossom. Is that good work? I think it is. No, this good version. No, it's just this version. I just find it interesting because this is something I have never considered before. So the Feather of Aeons, the Feather of Aeons music video contains panels from the Mystery of Stigmata manga. The Mystery of Stigmata manga was removed from the website, supposedly because of issues with Chinese historical figures being included. However, the Chronicles chapters that were supposed to replace it, released before that music video did. as one of the first things like that happened with Honkai Impact 3rd is those chronicles. So it is very confusing. I'm talking about Stigma Saga. I'm talking about these parts here. So these chronicles came out after the Mystery of Stigmata manga did, and there actually wasn't much time between them. So that is very, very strange. However, the Mystery of Stigmata manga, I can confirm, is not available on the Chinese website. I'll get to go here. You'll see it's not here. It's missing. So I'd assume it is in fact removed as people say it is. This thing should be after the content of the information. And that is correct, yeah. It is a bit weird to put it here though. Let's move it to the end of the part. We will play through the entire arc here. We get teased for the next part, and then we interrupt them with readings. Still going to be helpful by putting it immediately after the visuals. We'll put it here, Alien Space, lead after completing a post-Honkai Odyssey. And for a post-Honkai Odyssey, we're going to remove this bit. No, we're going to keep this bit. I'll just put your mother here.
你是否也曾听过街巷中白鹭公主一吻传说？那如生不下的轮廓，要岁月如何才能雕琢？
We don't want to put too many things that would stray on memory. There's not actually a lot of content gates, is there, in there?
有时否等它成茧为鸣的歌？随风零落似樱花，遮不住留不下那一生。谁不想曾星辰西散年华？谁情愿长大？他却是泪后微笑出发，当然本是情放下，多少双刀磨砺，才换来结局同一场。
it's weird to think, if I'm not mistaken, that this is the same singer as Soul Funeral. Okay, so we've done most of what's on the list now. What's left? So the Imperial Legends and the Ankara event recordings. I'd rather. Those are hardcore. We're gonna have to look at release dates for those. The 2016 New Year special, we can do that now. Branch of the Star Rail, we can do that a bit later. Seven Swords visual novel, I will be checking out the link Imperial sent. Imperial Elysian sent. Yep. So the 2016 New Year special, let's do that first. Unfortunately, there is no like good translation of it, I believe. We'll see. Someone has gone before his way to me. Once I remembered all the tales written inside this scroll, no more freedom. Follow my heart used to believe. Crash against the barrier of the crash. Okay, so I wonder if this is a reference to something but that shit. Oh, it's open in the wrong tab. Oh dear. Okay, you guys can see this? So this is basically the missing 2016 special featuring football. So I wonder if Bajasha, what that is, if that's a reference to something. I don't know why she's wearing it, probably just because she can. Do let me know if the volume is off. Okay, so This one on the right here is definitely based on the Wizard Girl zombie design. The one on the left is probably based on the zombie design as well, which would explain why these two never factored into the game as characters. Because they're like based on Guns Girls zombies and they're mostly Easter eggs. This is another Guns Girls reference. Alright, so it seems like this fits pretty neatly in the early stages. So, phase 1, act 2. It should go after the Mystery of Stigmata. So it should go here before A invasion. Go. That doesn't make sense, what I just did. So let's ignore that. There we go. We'll have a quick check if it's in the bigger list as well. Sometimes the translation is a bit different. No, it's not here. I'm going to change the colors appropriately, so alright, let's have another look at the task list. So, add Elysian Realm, check. Elysian Realm descriptions, check. Agahato, check. Videos that have come out, check. New Year special, check. Gratitude arc, check. Remembrance arc, check. Alien Space and Moon Shadow, check. Okay, so to-do list now is the Durndal and Imperial Legends events. Oh hi, Damme. I don't know how to pronounce that. Sorry. But hi, welcome. Alright. YouTube version of translation. Yeah. So we're going to properly integrate Arahato now into the bonus content. Because it's cleaner that way. And we're going to leave the Imperial Legends and the Ankara events for another day probably. The Japanese version of Elf Academy will be added as well eventually. Travel special, yeah. Special. Famous anime, outdoor traveler. Film festival trip. Okay. Duplicate. Ah, hieroglyphic mirror. Thanks. It's it's a time-consuming thing to do. That's definitely for sure. That's also kind of why I wanted to stream it, so people could kind of see the process and see what it is I'm doing, and share information if they have anything useful to add. But yeah, it's definitely a time-consuming process. Sure. Right. Three. Copy link. There we go. Project. Oh. And then is that not correct? Oh, ada. Auto. There we go. All right. And change it here. There we go. Okay. We're going to leave it at this for the guide edits. So we've been able to do quite a lot actually, come to think of it. The wiki, we haven't done much for the wiki this time around. I'm gonna need to take a break from the screen because we've been going at it for quite a while. But after, like, I can't guarantee it, but I might do some more streaming later today as I work on the wiki, or I might work on the wiki without streaming, I'm not sure yet. But yeah, I know the turn up hasn't been like huge, but I'm honestly really glad some people came in to watch. And I hope you'll join me again next time. I'll definitely try to improve the setup for the stream. But yeah, why is this 8 minutes? Sorry. So yeah, I'm gonna have to bid you goodbye until next time. And yeah.